Just an apprentice, she sneered. Until the apex hunters refused to enter the room with him, Kethra Voss slammed her toolkit shut. Ward, you're just an apprentice. Grab the scrubber and clean the access corridor outside Bay 12. Now. Eli Ward nodded once. He hefted the grime kit and jogged down the dimly lit passage. The station's air recyclers hummed steady. Containment Bay 12 loomed ahead, its reinforced bulkhead scarred from past incidents. He dropped to his knees and attacked the floor grates. Grease flaked under his brush. A faint hiss cut through the drone, coolant vapor seeping from the wall seam. Eli froze. He traced the hairline crack with gloved fingers. 2 centimeters long, widening under pressure. Standard protocol, isolate and patch. He yanked the emergency sealant from his belt. The gun hissed as he sprayed the foam. It expanded, hardening in seconds. The vapor stopped. Eli tapped his comm. Senior Engineer Voss, this is Ward. Hairline breach in Bay 12 outer wall. Coolant leak sealed, but it's structural. Request full report and scan. Kethra's voice crackled back, laced with scoff. A scratch? From your cleaning? Log it as maintenance if you must, but no alerts. We're prepping for the liaison inspection. Don't waste time.
Understood.
Eli killed the channel. He pulled his personal logger and keyed the full breach report anyway, time-stamped, with images. Hidden from oversight logs, he affixed a silent trip sensor to the seam. Vibration threshold set low. It blinked green, armed. Eli finished scrubbing and stowed the kit. He lingered a beat, ear to the wall. Silence. Hours ticked by in the Apprentice Bay. Eli monitored his sensor feed on a wrist pad, green held. Alarms shattered the quiet. Station-wide klaxons wailed. Containment breach, Bay 12. All personnel evacuate. Eli bolted. His pad buzzed. Sensor tripped 5 minutes prior. The crack had spiderwebbed. He reached the corridor. Red emergency lights pulsed. Kethra stood with Dr. Miro Quayle, the xenobiologist, both in hazard suits half-zipped. Sarek, the apex hunter liaison, crouched low, claws extended, nostrils flaring. Captain Runtal barked orders to security drones behind them. Kethra jabbed a finger at the buckled wall. The seal failed. That idiot apprentice's patch. Eli pushed past. Crack originated here. My patch held until structural fatigue. We seal it now, or lose the bay. Sarek's scales rippled. His hunter eyes locked on Eli, pupils narrowing to slits. Human. Stand back. The Vexar inside senses weakness. Doctor, Miro clutched his scanner. Protocols demand neural suppressants first. Administer gas. Eli scanned the breach. Jagged tear, 10 centimeters, black ichor oozed. Claws scraped from within, a Vexar. Apex predator from the rim worlds, armored hide, acid blood. Pack hunter that shredded hulls. No time. Eli grabbed the bulkhead struts. Captain. Flank drones to vents, block escape vectors. Runtal eyed him, then nodded. Drones. Execute. Kethra sputtered. You? Fix this, Voss. Eli wedged his multi-tool into the frame. He torqued a support brace loose, rerouting power conduits. Sparks flew. The wall groaned, stable. Sarek hissed. It stirs. The Vexar Pack Alpha calls. A roar erupted. The tear exploded outward. Vexar claws raked air. 3 meters of segmented fury, mandibles dripping. Dr. Nero fired suppressant darts. They bounced off chitin. Dosage insufficient. Kethra fumbled her welder. Flame sputtered. Eli didn't flinch. He slapped a mag clamp over the ichor flow. Acid sizzled. His glove smoked but held. Miro, your bioscan. Weak joints at the thorax. Miro blinked, then thrust the scanner forward. Confirmed, chitin overlap. Eli drove his sealant gun into the gap. High-pressure foam jetted into the joints. Vexar thrashed, foam hardening like concrete. Sarek lunged, claws slashing. He carved a shallow gash, drawing first blood. The beast recoiled, screeching, "Rune, shock pulse!" Eli yelled. Captain Tall triggered the drones. Arcs lanced the Vexar. It convulsed. Eli yanked a containment net from the wall kit. He hurled it. Net expanded mid-air, tangling limbs. "Kethra, weld the frame!" Her hands shook, but she ignited the torch. Seam fused. Sarek circled, fainting. His tail lashed, then froze. Eli stood amid the foam spray, eyes locked on the thrashing alpha. No fear sent, no hesitation, just calm pressure on the sealant trigger. The hunter's spines flattened. He backed a step, throat rumbling low. Instinct screamed, apex above apex. Dr. Miro gasped. Foam bonds to acid residue. It's immobilizing. Vexar slumped. Drones hauled it back through the tier. Rune sealed the bulkhead with a final clamp. Silence fell. Steam curled. Kethra stared at Eli's charred glove, melted synth leather to the bone weave beneath. He peeled it off, revealing unscarred skin. Regrew already. You logged it. Her voice cracked. Why override? Eli wiped ichor from his face. Routine. Field training. Sarek sheathed claws. He towered over Eli, then dipped his head, an ancient hunter bow. You hunt without rage. Deeper jaws. His scales shivered as he edged away. Dr. Miro clutched his scanner like a shield. Human protocols. Blunt, but they worked. My gas would have dispersed it further. Captain Rune clapped Eli's shoulder. Hazard tech led. Effective immediately. Voss debriefed the council. Kethra nodded stiffly. Her mandibles clicked. Status lost. Respect gained. Yes, Captain. Eli checked his pad. Sensor data synced. Bay secure. Recheck in 6 hours. The team dispersed. Sarek lingered last, eyes wide. The human walked away. Toolkit slung easy. No boasts, just results. Deep in Bay 12, the Vexar pack stilled. The Alpha's pheromones shifted, not to hunt, but submit. Eli hit the lift. Another shift done, but his pad pinged. Secondary breach, Bay 13, he sighed. Routine. Eli slammed the lift doors open and strode into the Bay 13 briefing room. His pad glowed with the breach alert. Containment field flicker at 1427. Residue traces unidentified. Toolkit slung over his shoulder, he patched the sensor feed to the main holoscreen. Routine log update, no panic. The door hissed. Sarek filled the frame, flanked by 4 apex hunters. Their scales gleamed under the harsh lights, claws clicking on the deck. Massive frames, bred for the hunt. Predators who tracked void beasts across 3 systems. They froze at the threshold. Nostrils flared, eyes locked on Eli. None stepped inside. Sarek's crest flared red. He growled low, shoving forward. His hunters held position, tails lashing. The lead hunter bared fangs but backed a step. Sarek shot them a glare, then forced his bulk through the door alone. Apprentice, clear the room. We sweep Bay 13 now. Eli tapped the screen. Data scrolled. Pressure drop. Biosignature spike. Sweeps pointless till we narrow the window. Breach hit at 1427. 15-second gap. Kethra burst in from the side corridor. Her mandibles snapped. Hunter liaison. You will not rampage through my bays. Protocols demand assessment first. She jabbed a claw at Eli. And you, out. Dead weight stays sidelined. Captain's orders don't make you lead here. Eli ignored her. He swiped the log to Sarek's visor feed. See the flicker? Field integrity held until then. Whatever breached, it's small, fast. Left acid traces on the inner seal, pH 2.1, corrosive to plasteel but not nanoweave. Sarek leaned in. His breath rasped hot against Eli's neck. Pupils dilated. He jerked back a full meter, scales rippling in waves. You smell wrong. His voice dropped to a hiss. Hunters! Perimeter hold. No entry. The hunters outside rumbled assent. Claws scraped bulkheads. They formed a cordon, refusing the door. Kethra's eyes widened. What is this? Sarek, your pack obeys me on this station, not him. Sarek's tail coiled tight. He circled Eli at arm's length, nostrils flaring. Human logged the kill scent. Bay 12 Vexar, fresh on his skin, deeper predator mark. His claws flexed, sheathed. We wait. Eli shrugged. Logs routine. Field training, containment logs every breach. He zoomed the hollow Bay 13 schematics. Breach vector from subvent 7C. Thermal bloom here. A red pulse marked it. It's nesting. Probably a broodling swarm. Acid sprayers. Standard for Kleiter nests. Doctor. Miro Kell hurried in, scanner clutched tight. Nest? Impossible. My protocol sealed those vents last cycle. Gas dispersal would flush it. Gas failed in sims. Eli pulled a probe from his kit. disperses the acid further, ignites on nanosparks. He slotted it into the console. Feed live streamed to the vent. Shadows writhed. Tiny forms skittered, spraying mist. Kethra crossed her arms. Sims? Apprentices run Sims. We follow science. She keyed comms. Captain Rue, authorize hunter sweep. Humans delaying. Rune's voice crackled. Voss, report. Eli's lead on hazards. What's the hold? Hunters refusing entry. Human claims nest. Eli cut in. Captain Broodlings, 50 plus. They'll melt the outer hull in 20 if we flush wrong. Pause. Proof? Eli beamed the probe feed. Live now. Watch. Sarek edged closer to the screen. Not Eli. Swarm tactics. Young hunters train on worse. But acid. His crest flattened. Dr. Miro scanned the feed. pH confirms. My gas neutralizes 50%. Rest adapts. Adapts fast. Eli grabbed a containment drone from the rack. Programmed it with 3 taps. Pulse web. Cryo-seal. Vacuum extract. We go blunt. I lead point. Sarek flanks. Kethra snarled. No, you'll flood the bay. Sarek dipped his head to Eli. He hunts calm. We follow. He signaled his pack. 2 hunters peeled off, grabbing breather masks. They still wouldn't cross the threshold fully. Hovered at the door, eyes on Eli. Captain Rune patched in hollow. Eli's call. Gear up. 5 minutes. Eli nodded, suited fast. Hazard skin. Bone weave gloves. Breather. No frills. Miro. Man the outer pumps. Cycle cryo on my mark. Kethra. Seal. All but 7C. Sarek. Your claws for stragglers. Kethra's mandibles ground. She complied, fingers flying over controls, grudging. The team stacked at the bay airlock. Eli punched the cycle. Inner door sealed. Outer hissed open to Bay 13's dim glow. Steam vents hummed. Acid residue fizzed on the deck. Probe drone buzzed ahead. Feed split to visors. Shadows boiled from 7C. Broodlings confirmed. Eli advanced. Drone pulsing blue web. 10 forms tangled, immobilized. Acid splattered harmless. Web held. Sarek lunged beside him. Claws flashed. 2 more down, shells cracking. Efficient, no waste. Doctor, Nero's voice piped. Gas backup ready? No. Eli triggered cryo. Frost bloomed. Swarm slowed, clumping. Drone extracted the web packs. Vacuum sucked them to containment. A larger shadow detached. Brood queen. Fist-sized, mandibles dripping. It sprayed. Acid arced. Eli sidestepped, grabbed the net gun. Fired. Queen thrashed, webbed mid-leap. Sarik pounced, claws severed its head. Icor sprayed. He shook it off, scales steaming but intact. Kethra's voice over comms. Hull integrity holding. But reading spike. Nest core venting. Eli checked pad. Queen down. Core's the clutch. 50 eggs, incubating. Dr. Miro yelped. Eggs? Destroy them. Too volatile. Acid bloom on rupture. Eli slung the drone low. Extract whole. Cryolock. Sarek growled approval. Bold. My pack would torch it. Fire spreads vents. Eli directed the drone. It burrowed, encased the clutch. Pulled back slow. Acid mist thickened. A straggler latched Eli's boot, sprayed. He stomped. Shell crunched, peeled it off. Glove sizzled. Synth leather bubbled. Bone weave beneath gleamed, unmarred. Sarek froze mid-swipe, stared at the regrowth. Deeper hide. Drone hauled the clutch clear. Bay pumps whirred, cryo flooded. All sealed. Airlock cycled. Team emerged steaming. Hunters at the door dipped crests. Formal bow. Kethra stared at Eli's glove. Melted edges, skin perfect. You, extracted intact. My protocols would have lost the bay. Dr. Miro lowered his scanner. Blunt worked, worm contained. No dispersal. Captain Rune's hollow nodded. Data synced. Eli, full hazard lead. Voss, assist only. Kethra's mandibles clicked shut. She inclined her head, understood. Jasaric sheathed claws, towered over Eli, then stepped back again. You carry the apex scent now. We yield the hunt. His scales shivered. He gestured his pack inside at last. They filed past Eli, tails low. Eli wiped ichor from his face. Checked pad. Bays secure. Recheck in 6. Shift log updated. The team dispersed. Sarek lingered, eyes tracking Eli's casual stride. No boasts, just the toolkit swing. Deep in containment, the brood clutch stilled under cryo. Pheromones shifted, not rage, but containment. Eli hit the corridor. Pad pinged again. Bay 14 anomaly. He sighed. Routine. But Sarek's growl echoed behind. Human. Wait. Teach the scent mark? Eli paused. Field basics. Logged it yourself. The hunter dipped lower. Respect. Sealed. Kethra watched from the console. Mandibles slack. Her pad updated Eli's status. No more blocks. Dr. Miro pocketed his scanner. Next time, blunt first. Captain Rune signed off. Station holds alarm screamed through the station corridors. Eli's pad vibrated in his grip. Bay 14, trip sensor triggered. Lights snuffed out. Power drains spiked. He broke into a run. Toolkit banged against his thigh. Sarek's claws scraped the deck behind him. The hunter's growl rumbling low. Human! Explain the whale! Breach! Eli snapped, unknown in Bay 14. Sensors blind. Kethra's voice cut over the comms. Apprentice Ward, halt. Protocol demands evac and drone scan. No solo entry. Eli ignored her. He slapped the access panel for the vent trunk. Bay 14's schematics burned in his mind. Field drills back on Earth. Sealing hull cracks under fire. Vents linked bays 13 through 15. Cut them now. His multi-tool sparked against the junction box. Power to adjacent vents died with a pop. Fans whirred to silence. Sarek loomed at his shoulder, nostrils flaring. Scent of Void Hunter. Sharp. Wrong. Eli yanked the manual crank from his kit. Bulkhead 14A groaned open halfway. Servos fried in the blackout. He wedged the crank into the gear teeth and heaved. Kethra burst around the corner, mandibles flared. Dr. Miro trailed her. Scanner clutched tight. Captain Rune's hollow flickered to life on her pad. Voss report. Rune barked. Bay 14 dark. Apprentice defies lockdown. Tampering with criticals. Eli cranked harder. Muscles burned. The bulkhead inched down. Metal screeching. Stop that. Kethra lunged, claws snagging his sleeve. You'll trap the team inside. Protocols. A wet shriek echoed from the vent. Something slammed the inner grate. Ichor splattered the mesh. Eli twisted free. Protocols fail when it's loose. He pumped the crank. Bulkhead dropped a foot. Halfway there, Sarek's scales bristled. He crouched, claws out. It hunts. Pack scent rising. Dr. Miro's scanner beeped frantic. Biosignature. Unknown predator. Acidic exudate. Swarm potential. Evac now. Captain Rune's hollow sharpened. Full lockdown, Bay 14 cluster. Lethal response authorized. Lethals to all units. Voss, contain or I pull your clearance. Kethra's mandibles clacked. She grabbed Eli's arm again. You heard him. Lethals, not this brute force. The shriek pitched higher. Claws raked the grate. Sparks flew. A pseudopod whipped through. Acidic slime hissing on deck plating. Eli shoulder-checked Kethra aside. Gentle, but firm. She stumbled. He cranked double time. Bulkhead slammed to 3/4. Sarik hissed. Human strength overrides fear. Adrenaline, Eli grunted. Routine. Sweat stung his eyes. One more turn. The grate buckled. A mass of tentacles and barbs erupted. Glistening black, eye spots pulsing. Acid sprayed. It latched the bulkhead edge, pulling up. Miro yelped, scanner dropping. Kethra froze, pheromones flooding sour. Eli dropped the crank, grabbed his plasma torch from the kit, ignited it blue hot, sliced the pseudopod clean. Ichor boiled off. The creature recoiled, shriek warping to pain pulse. Bulkhead thudded shut. Eli spun the lockbar. Seals hissed tight. Silence crashed in. Alarms cycled to yellow. Kethra stared at the sealed bulkhead, mandibles slack. You, hand cranked it. Servos take 30 seconds minimum. That sealed in 8. Eli wiped torch residue on his pants. Checked pad. Vents isolated. No spread to 13 or 15. Bioscan residual. Contained. Sarek sheathed claws. He circled Eli slow, nostrils twitching, stepped back sharp. Apex block. Your scent. To man's avoidance. Doctor. Nero retrieved his scanner. Hands shook. It matched no database. Swarm form. Adaptive. My drones would have dispersed it. Captain Run's hollow nodded. Good footage confirms. Eli. Hazard lead on this. Voss. Shadow him. Lethals on standby. Kethra inclined her crests. A formal bow. Stared at Eli's glove. Melted edges from acid splash, skin perfect underneath. You touched it. Intact. My protocols would have lost the bay. Eli flexed his hand. Glove sealant. Field standard. He keyed the external feed. Creature thrashed behind the bulkhead, then stilled. Pheromones shifting. Not attack, but probe. Zarik growled approval. Teach the block scent, human. My pack yields. Log the torch cut first, Eli said. Then basics. The team filed into containment prep. Kethra updated her pad. No blocks on Eli's access. Dr. Miro pocketed his scanner. Blunt next time. Rune signed off. Bays secure. Recheck in 6. Eli wiped ichor from his face. Pad pinged clean. Shift log updated. Deep in the wing, cryofields hummed online. The creature's clutch stilled. Eli hit the corridor. Pad pinged again. Bay 12 anomaly now. He sighed. Routine. Sarik's growl echoed. Human. Wait, scent mark lesson? Field basics, Eli said. Log it yourself. The hunter dipped lower. Scales shivered respect. Kethra watched from console. Mandibles slack. Station held. But the ping pulsed insistent. Eli quickened pace. Bay 12 lights flickered as he arrived. His trip sensor, personal rig, wired months back, blipped red. Then, black. Again, Kethra's voice crackled over comms. She jogged up, Sarek and Miro in tow. Rune's hollow popped on all pads. Lockdown sequence. Rune ordered. Lethals green across board. Ellie already moved. Multi-tool out. He killed power to vents 1-1-1-3. Fans died. Kethra grabbed his shoulder. Ward, no. Drones, first. Bulkhead 12B stuck half open. Servos whined dead. He slotted the crank, heaved. Shriek from inside. Familiar acidic tang. Sasaric tensed. Same void pack. Evolving. Pseudopod lashed. Eli torched it mid-swing. Bulkhead slammed. Sealed. Kethra released him. Watched the monitors. Spread stopped. Again. Eli checked seals. Pattern. Vents first. Log it. Dr. Miro scanned residue.
Swarm intelligence. Adapts to cryo. Your isolation forced retreat.
Rune grunted. Data gold. Eli leads hunts now. Voss, assist. Sarek stepped back from Eli. Tails low. Apex yields. Pack follows your mark. Eli nodded once. Humble stride to next bay. No boasts. Tooltit swung. Kethra's pad chimed. Eli's status elevated. Permanent. Miro muttered. Humans. Blunt apex. Station corridors hummed steady. But Eli's pad warmed. Bay 16 whisper. He cracked knuckles. Routine built respect. Sarek shadowed closer. Teach all? Action first, Eli said. The hunter nodded. Claws stayed sheathed. Predators learned fast. Eli hit the vent trunk for 16. Power cut. Crank ready. Alarm stayed quiet. This time, Kethra called Ward. Lead on. He did. Competence spoke. Station held stronger. But deep scans pinged. Clutch stirring. Evolving. Eli smiled faint. Field time. His team fell in. Aliens at his flank. Humans sealed cracks. Always. Shivered.
Space Orcs.
True. Eli cranked a test bulkhead. Smooth. Routine. Lethal respect earned. Hours blurred into shift end. Eli logged final checks. Bays 1, 2, 1-6 cryo-locked. Creatures contained. Pheromones caged. Kethra approached console. Crests low. Apprentice no. Hazard Chief Ward. Clearance full. My error. Eli glanced up. Team effort. She clicked mandibles. Your effort. We mocked dead weight. Sarek loomed. Hunt with you now. Scent binds. Dr. Miro nodded. Protocols evolve. Blunt protocol. Eli first. Runes final hollow. Station secure. Ward. Rotations yours. Li powered down pad. Toolkit zipped. Corridor empty. He walked alone. Quiet competence. Aliens whispered behind. Never dismiss humans. Fearful respect sealed claws ripped through the vent grate. The creature exploded into the service corridor, a writhing mass of iridescent chitin and barbed limbs. It pinned Technician Lyra to the bulkhead, her scream cut short as acidic drool sizzled her suit. Eli Ward dropped his toolkit. He snatched the pry bar from the emergency mount 2 strides away. Metal hummed in his grip. Standard alloy, 12 kilos, balanced for leverage. The thing's mandibles snapped inches from Lyra's faceplate. Pheromones flooded the air, thick and musky, triggering panic protocols in Eli's visor. He ignored the warning chime. "Back off," Eli said, voice level. He stepped forward. Kethra Voss skidded around the corner. Her crests flared in alarm. "Ward!" "Seal it. Now." Too late. Eli swung the pry bar. First strike hit the creature's primary joint. Left forelimb. Crack. Chitin splintered. The limb buckled. The beast shrieked, a ultrasonic pulse that rattled Eli's teeth. It lashed out, barbs whipping air. Eli timed the dodge. Half step left. Counterstrike to the optic cluster. Pry bar drove deep. Viscous fluid sprayed. Lyra gasped. "Eli, kill it!" Not yet. Eli pivoted. Third strike severed a secondary mandible. The creature recoiled, dragging Lyra 2 meters before releasing her leg. Cesaric burst from the adjacent hatch, rifle raised. The apex hunter's scales bristled, eyes locked on the thrashing form. His claw hovered over the trigger. Plasma charge whined to full. Eli saw it. He stepped between Sarek and the creature. No hesitation. Pry bar dripped ichor. Sarek's rifle dipped. His nostrils flared wide, scenting Ellie's sweat-mixed calm. The hunter's tail coiled tight, an instinctive freeze, pupils dilated. "Hold fire," Eli ordered. He kept eyes on the beast. Cesaric lowered the weapon. "Human, you block kill shot. Shoot now, you hit her." Eli jerked thumb at Lyra. She clutched her mangled leg, blood pooling. "Cover me." Eli hooked the pry bar under Lyra's harness. He dragged her back, muscles straining against dead weight and slick deck. 5 meters to the junction box cover. He kicked it open one-handed, shoved her inside. "Stay down." Eli slammed the panel, latched it. The creature lunged. Eli met it midair. Pry bar speared its underbelly, soft tissue from field scans. Guts spilled, steaming. It collapsed, twitching. Eli stomped the head, crunch. Silence. Alarms finally blared. Red lights pulsed. Kethra rushed up, scanner trembling in her grip. "Ward, you," pried it apart like routine maintenance. Eli wiped the bar on his thigh. Containment 101. It joints first. Eyes second. No mess till secured. Sarek holstered his rifle. He circled Eli, sniffing. Scent. No fear. Apex block. His claws flexed, then retracted. I aimed. You walked. Worked, didn't it? Eli retrieved his toolkit, checked Lyra through the panel slit. Pulse steady. Get medevac. Dr. Miro Kell arrived, stumbling over scattered tools. His xenobio kit clattered. Impossible breach. Clutch pheromones evolved past cryolocks. Protocols say evacuate. Eli pointed at the corpse. Scan it. Weak points match my logs. Base 16 variant. Pry bar exploits the same as drill probes. Miro knelt, probe hovering. But energy discharge minimal. You conserved motion. He glanced up, mandibles slack. Blunt force. Effective. Captain Runtal's voice crackled over comms. Report. Corridor secure? Eli keyed his mic. Breach contained. 1 casualty. Stable. Corpse ready for decon. Rune's hollow flickered on Eli's pad. The commander's frills smoothed. Visuals confirm. Good work, Apprentice. Team inbound. Not Apprentice, Kethra muttered. She stared at the ichor-smeared deck. That was no drill. We sidelined you. Deadweight human. Station policy. Eli shrugged, packed his kit. Policy changes with results. Sarik loomed closer. His shadow engulfed Eli. Hunt pride demands first kill. You denied. Yet, respect. He extended a claw, sheathed, touched Eli's shoulder. First contact. Med team swarmed Lyra. Eli stepped aside, directed them to the soft spots for safe extraction. Miro logged samples. Your strikes? Precise. Like Predator math. Humans, Space Orcs. Routine field training, Eli said. Earth ops? Bugs bigger than this. Kethra clicked mandibles, crests lowered in submission. Lead decon, Ward. My error. Full access now. Rune's hollow nodded, confirmed. Hazard chief rotations to you. Station holds. Eli cranked the service hatch shut. Sealed it manual. Power fluctuations from breach. Smooth turn. Sarek watched. Teach strike rhythm? Action first. Eli handed him the pry bar. Practice on scraps. The hunter gripped it. Tested weight. Nodded. Corridor cleared. Bays 1, 2, 1, 6 pinged stable on Eli's pad. Clutch quieted. For now, but deep scans whispered. Stirring again. Evolving. Eli smiled faint. Field time. Team fell in behind. Kethra, at left flank. Never mock humans. Sarek shivered. Scented air. True apex. Hours blurred. Eli logged checks. Cryo locks reinforced with his mods. Baryon-forced vents. Pheromone scrubbers jury rigged from surplus. Kethra approached console. Hazard Chief Ward. Clearance permanent. Team effort, Eli said. She clicked. Your effort. We dismissed competence. Sarek loomed. Hunt with you. Sent binds. Miro nodded. Protocols. Eli first. Rune's final hollow. Secure. Rotations yours. Eli powered down. Zipped toolkit. Walked corridor alone. Whispers trailed. Never dismiss humans. Fearful respect. Sealed, but Eli's pad warmed. Bay 16 ping again. Clutch claws scraped faint. He cracked knuckles. Grabbed pry bar. Routine. The station hummed. Stronger now. Next breach. He'd be ready. Sarek shadowed from shadows. Claws sheathed. Learned fast. Predators followed. Eli hit the vent trunk. Power cut. Crank spun smooth. Alarms stayed quiet. This time. Kethra called over comms. Ward, lead. He did. Competence spoke. Deep scans stirred. Eli's grip tightened. Field smile. Humans sealed cracks. Always. Lyra hobbled past later. Leg braced. Oh, you, Chief. Eli nodded. Routine. She clicked crests. Alien mimic. Respect. The station whispered. Space Orcs true. Eli logged final. Bays locked. Shift end. Quiet competence walked out. But clutch evolved. Ping sharp. Eli paused. Toolkit ready. Next round. Sarek waited at hatch. Rifle slung. Pry bar at belt. Teach all. Action. Hunter nodded. Fell in. Team grew. Prejudice cracked. Lethal respect earned permanent. Rune Komed. Ward. Clutch intel. Your call. Eli eyed pad. Pry bars station wide. Joint strikes protocol. Done. Aliens adapted. Humans led. Station held. Eli walked on. Calm. Threats came. He pried them apart. Routine. Sarek scented. Shrank back instinctive. Never anger humans. Eli heard. Said nothing. Action spoke. Corridors hummed steady. Bays secure. For now. Pry bar swung test. Perfect balance. Field time eternal. Kethra logged promo. Error mine. Chief Ward. Peers nodded. Dismissed no more. Apex human proved. Fear bloomed respect. Collaboration sealed station. Humans humble. Lethal. Space Orcs. True. Dr. Miro Kell fired the tranquilizer dart into the duct grate. It clattered uselessly off metal. The creature's screech echoed deeper into the network. Missed again, Quell snarled, slapping his scanner. His frilled neck pulsed red. Ward, you have a plan? Or do we wait for this thing to shred the station? Eli Ward crouched by the access panel. He scanned the duct schematics on his pad. 60 seconds, that's all it took. He yanked open his toolkit, grabbed silver containment tape, ripped strips long, slapped them over side vents in a tight line. No leaks. Next, magnetic clamps from the scrap bin. 3 heavy ones. Clamped them to the main trunk junction. Wired them to his field trigger. Simple solenoid pull. Coolant canister last. punctured it with his multi-tool, rigged a mist dispenser from a busted valve. Bait. Fresh protein slurry from the mess hall, smeared at the choke point. The creature's chemtrail screamed hunger. Done. Eli stood, wiped his hands. Choke point ready. Mist draws it. Clamps snap on impact. Alive. Kel blinked. That's your plan? Scraps and tape? We're professionals. Sarek shifted behind them. The apex hunter's scales rippled. His nostrils flared at Eli's scent. Sweat. Oil. Calm resolve. Instinct tugged. Avoid. Kethra Voss crossed her arms. Her engineer crest flattened. Ward, you're the apprentice. Not the lead. Quell's protocols. Protocols failed. Eli tapped his comm. Kethra, reroute airflow. Force it this way. Isolate Section 7B. Now. She hesitated, eyed the jury-rigged trap. On what authority? Survival. Eli met her gaze. Flat. Practical. Runtal's voice cut in over comms. The security captain's tone brooked no argument. Voss. Do it. Ward's lead until contained. Kethra's crest twitched. She punched the overrides. Air whooshed. Station vents hummed reversal. The duct section sealed with a hydraulic hiss. Kel clutched his scanner. This is reckless. It could. Screech ripped from the ducts. Claws scraped. Fast. The mist cloud billowed white. Protein scent bloomed. It hit the choke point. Eli thumbed the trigger. Clamps snapped. Magnetic jaws crushed duct walls inward. The creature thrashed. 6 legs, venom barbs, maw gaping. Trapped. Alive. Foam sealed the gaps. Silence fell. Eli approached, pry bar ready. He peered in, stabilized with a low-frequency pulse from his tool. The thing stilled. Secure. He logged it. Quell. Scan for breach wounds. The xenobiologist edged forward. Hands shook. It worked. How did you know the mist would pull it? Routine. Eli peeled back tape. Inspected seals. Field training. Humans improvise. Sarek leaned in. Sniffed the air, his tail coiled tight. Pupils dilated. That scent. Your control. Predators flee it. Eli shrugged. Packed his kit. Kethra stared at the trap. Her voice dropped. Dead weight. I called you. Error. Run Comat again. Ward. Full report. And promo packet. You're not sidelined anymore. Crew filtered in. Lyra from earlier shifts. Brace off her leg. She nodded sharp. Others whispered, Space Orcs. Quell handed over his scanner data. Follow your process next time. Blunt works. Eli nodded, walked the duct line, checked backups. Station hummed steady, but pings spiked on his pad. Deep scans stirred again. Another breach. Sarik fell in step. Rifle slung low. Teach the build. Action. Eli handed him tape. Watch. The hunter gripped it. Scales smoothed, respect coiled. Kethra patched through. Ward. Clutch lead permanent. Peers vote yes. He logged it. Pry bar swung test. Balanced perfect. Threats came. He pried them apart. Corridors cleared. Bays locked. Ellie paused at the hatch. Toolkit heavy. Next round waited. Sarek scented once more. Shrank back. Muttered low. Never anger humans. Eli heard. Said nothing. Action spoke. Eli sealed the final log. Shift ended clean, but alarms blared fresh. Containment wing auxiliary. He moved, fast. Dr. Quell waited at the breach site. Trank gun raised. Ward, it's bigger this time. Alpha strain. Protocols demand full sedation grid. The creature burst from a side vent. Barbs whipped. Kel's dart shattered on its carapace. It vanished into the mains. Screech fading. Quell whirled. Lost. We need the grid. Eli dropped to one knee. Pad out. 60 seconds. Tape first. Double layers on feeders. Clamps scavenged from cargo bay. 4 this round. Heavy duty. Coolant mist upgraded. Nitrogen mix for cryoslow. Bait doubled. Slurry laced with mimic pheromones from Kel's lab stock. Choke point 2. Eli wired the trigger. Kethra airflow reverse. Isolate 9C. Clamp power from engineering. She patched in. No hesitation. Rerouting. On your mark. Aseric flanked him. Claws sheathed. I track. You build. Rune's voice. Team on you, Ward. Security holds perimeter. Kel fidgeted. This alpha shrugs, Tranks. It'll shred us. Mist deployed. Air reversed. Whoosh built. Thump. Claws hammered. It charged the bait. Faster, hungrier. Eli snapped clamps. Jaws crushed. Nitrogen flash froze barbs mid-strike. Trapped. Solid. Crew exhaled. Eli vented the cryo. Stabilized with pulse. Kel. Extract sample. Alive. The doctor. Awe in his frills. Your scraps outperform my lab. Exceptional. Kethra arrived. Scanned the trap. Promo filed. Chief Ward official. Sarek tested the clamps. Nodded deep. Humans. Apex. Quiet. We hunt loud. You. Contain. Rune clapped Eli's shoulder. Scaled hand firm. Outcomes matter. You deliver. Peers gathered. Whispers peaked. Underestimated. No more. Lyra clicked crests. Mimic perfect. Routine, Chief? Eli nodded. Packed up. But deep scans pinged triple. Clutch. Evolved. He gripped the pry bar. Field smile ghosted. Station held. Humans led. Predators followed. Deeper alarms wailed. Core ducts compromised. Eli sprinted. Team trailed. Kel panted. Full breach. Trank grid mandatory. Creature swarm. 3 alphas swarmed the trunk. Darts bounced. Lost in the maze. Eli hit the junction. Toolkit flew open. Tape sealed a dozen vents. Clamps ringed the kill box. 6 units. Mag locked. Coolant towers tripled. Mist thick as fog. Bait trail pulsed with stolen venom lures. 40 seconds. He synced the pad. Kethra, all sections isolate. Airflow hurricane this way. Done. Her voice steady. Trust sealed. Sarek posted watch. Rifle hummed. They come. Rune barked orders. Perimeter tight. Ward's call. Kel gripped his scanner. Impossible. Swarms adapt. Nist bloomed. Air roared. Swarm hit. Claws sparked. Clamps crushed simultaneous. Nitrogen locked them. Rash stilled. Li pried the main seal. Inspected. Contained. Log it. Silence thrummed awe. Kel knelt. Sampled. Your process. Flawless. I follow now. Kethra's crest rose high. Dismissed you? Blind. Chief Ward commands. Sarek shrank back. Instinct raw. Space Orcs. Lethal calm. Never provoke. Rune nodded. Authority yours. Crew cheered low. Crew cheered low. Respect bloomed fearful. Eli walked out. Pry bar balanced. Pings quieted. For now. Threats evolved. He adapted. Routine eternal. Sarek fell in. All hunters learn? Ellie tossed tape. Action first. Hunter gripped. Nodded permanent. Prejudice shattered. Collaboration locked bays. Humans humble. Predators yielded. Station hummed. Secure. Eli logged final. Shift. End. Toolkit ready. Next breach pinged faint. He smiled. Field sharp. Pry bar swung. Perfect. Captain Rune Tal slammed his fist on the command console. Apex hunters. Into the trapped duct room. Execute the breach creature now. Eli Ward stood at the back of the containment wing's observation deck. His toolkit hung light on his belt. He watched the 10 Sarek-led hunters shift. Their scales rippled, tails coiled tight. So Sarek stepped forward. His hunter liaison crest flattened. Negative, Captain. Instinct denies entry. Rune's eyes narrowed. Explain. Now. Sarek's gaze flicked to Eli. Then away, fast. The human, Ward. His presence triggers avoidance response. Lethal calm radiates. Predators do not hunt space orcs. The other hunters nodded. Rifles lowered. No one moved. Kethra Voss hissed from her engineering station. Ridiculous. The apprentice is dead weight. Sarek, your pack enters or I log cowardice. Sarek bared fangs. Log it. We refuse. Eli unclipped his mask. Slid it over his face. Seal hissed green. Fine. All heads snapped to him. Rune raised a hand. Ward. Stand down. Protocol. Protocol failed twice. Eli pulled his shock line from the toolkit. Coiled it once. Tested the charge. Blue arc snapped. I confirm integrity. Alone. Kethra's crest flared red. Insane. You'll vent the swarm. Eli ignored her. He maglocked his boots to the deck edge, overrode the duct hatch with his pad. Gears whirred, steam vented hot. Sarek backed up 3 paces. His pack followed, eyes locked on Eli's steady hands. Dr. Mirokel clutched his scanner. The creature adapts. Claws pierce alloy. Your human tricks won't. Eli dropped the shock line first. It snaked into the dark, probed. Sparks lit the feed on his wrist display. Line live. Containment holds at 80%. He repelled in. Smooth, no rush. Boots hit the duct floor 10 meters down. Flashlight beam swept the kill box. The creature thrashed inside. 6 legs pinned by emergency clamps. Mandibles clicked fury. Air hummed thick with pheromones. Eli's mask filtered it clean. He crouched, inspected the seals. 1 micro tear wept green ichor. Damage minimal. His voice echoed calm over calms. Resealing. Kethra's voice cracked through. Ward, status. Footsteps clanged above. She dropped in behind him, mask half on, eyes wide. Protocol forbids followers. You followed. Eli taped the tier. 3 layers. Pressure tested, held. Watch. She froze. The creature locked onto her, claws scraped. Faster. Eli extended the shock line. Touched a mandible. Zap. It recoiled. Smoke curled. Neural override. He maglocked fresh clamps. Tighter grid. Enclosure resecured. Kethra's tail twitched. She scanned the box. Integrity. 95. How? Routine. Eli stood, pry bar out. Levered the main seal, inspected internals. No breaches. Log it clear. Alarms blared station-wide. Swarm pings multiplied. Rune's voice cut in. Ward. Voss. Extract. Execution team inbound. Sarek growled over open channel. No hunters enter. Work confirmed. Eli climbed out first. Haul smooth. Kethra scrambled after. Her hands shook as she gripped the line. Deck lights strobed red. Kel rushed forward. Scanner whirred. The breach stabilized. Your shock method? Primitive, but effective. Eli stowed his gear. Field training. Works. Rune strode up, eyed the duct hatch. Sealed now. Report. Creature contained. Eli tapped his pad. Data synced. Swarm inbound. Prep bays. Kethra ripped off her mask. Crest high for once. I dismissed you. Blind prejudice. Sarek approached slow. Rifle slung. He stopped 2 meters out. Instinct right. Calm kills. The pack murmured agreement. Tails low. Rune nodded sharp. Ward's lead. Hunters, perimeter. Kel, samples only. Voss, isolate sections. Eli opened his toolkit. Tape rolls out. Clamps. Ready. 40 seconds. Airflow hurricane this way. Kethra punched commands. Done. Mist bloomed from coolant towers. Bait trail pulsed. Swarm hit the duct mouth. Claws sparked on clamps. Nitrogen locked them. Thrash stilled. Ellie pried the seal. Inspected. Contained. Silence hit. Awe thick. Quell knelt. Sampled. Flawless process. I follow now. Kethra gripped Eli's shoulder. Chief Ward commands. Sarek shrank back. Space Orcs. Never provoke. Rune clapped Eli's back. Dacian yours. Crew voices rose. Cheers low. Respect edged fear. Eli walked out. Pry bar balanced. Next ping faint. Sarek fell in step. Hunters learn? Eli tossed tape. Hunter caught it. Nodded deep. Toolkit ready. Threats evolved. Eli adapted. Station hummed secure. Shift end loomed. Another breach pinged. He smiled. Field sharp. Pry bar swung. But deeper in the vents, a new chitter rose. Louder. Smarter. Rune's comm buzzed. Captain, auxiliary wing, multiple signatures. Adapting fast. Eli turned. Mask up. On it. Sarek gripped his rifle. With you. Kethra synced pads, sections isolating. Kel packed samples. Your lead. They moved as one. Human front. Predators yielded. Duct hatch hissed open. Swarm waited. Evolved. Eli dropped in. Calm, eternal. Captain Rune Tall's voice boomed through the conference chamber. Fault hearing, Containment wing breach. Cycle 47. Alpha. Kethra Voss. Explain, ignoring the initial report. Kethra Voss stiffened in her seat, her crest flattened against her skull. She glanced at Eli Ward, seated quietly across the table. Captain, the ping was anomalous. Human error in logging. Protocols demanded verification. Logs say otherwise. Rune tapped his pad. Holologs flickered to life. Clean timestamps. Eli's signature on every entry. Apprentice Ward flagged at first. You dismissed. Eli sat still. Pry bar rested on his knee. He met no eyes, just waited. Kethra's claws clicked on the table. He's dead weight. Unproven. Field tricks, not station grade. Sarek shifted beside her. The hunter's scales rippled. His eyes locked on Eli, avoided direct stare. Dr. Miro Quell cleared his throat. Captain, my protocols held until the swarm adapted. Eli's bait trail and nitrogen clamp. Results speak. Rune cut in. Turned to Eli. Apprentice. Your report. Eli stood. Slid his pad forward. No flourish. Logs attached. Repair steps. Isolate duct at junction 12B. Deploy mist baffles. Clamp with thermal tape. Rated -20. Nitrogen purge. 40 seconds. Containment confirmed. Hollow expanded. Step-by-step overlay. Swarm path predicted. Blocked. Crew safe. Upgrades? Rune prompted. Eli nodded. Pulled up list. Baffled density plus 20%. Auto nitrogen vents per sector. Human field sealant kits station-wide. Cost? Minimal. Downtime? 2 cycles. No blame. No boasts. Just facts. Kethra's crest drooped lower. You improvised. No clearance. Worked. Eli sat. Prybar tapped his boot. Rune scrolled the list. Nodded. Solid. Sarek, your input? The hunter rose. Rifle slung low. Voice gravel low. Official liaison note. He uploaded. Text glowed. Humans. Instinctive threat markers. Recommend protocols. Yield priority to human hazard tech in breaches. Never isolate. Never provoke. Chamber hushed. Kel's eyes widened. Kethra hissed soft. Sarek's gaze flicked to Eli, then away. My species tracks apex.
Controls fear?
This one triggers avoidance. Swarm evolved. He dropped first. Calm. They yielded. Rune leaned back. Noted? Precedent set? Affirmative. Sarek sat. Scales still rippled. Kethra gripped her pad. Captain, I oversee engineering. This human saved your team. Rune's eyes hardened. Twice in one shift. First breach, your ignore. Second, auxiliary wing. Swarm smarter, clustered. Eli led. Contained in under 5 minutes. Flashback hit Eli's mind. Duct hatch sealed behind them. Chitter echoed. Evolved swarm. Larger claws. Acid trails. Sarek flanked left. Rifle humming. Kethra sealed sections. Kel baited samples. Eli dropped. Mask sealed. Torch. Cut path. Bait here. Cluster them.
Swarm surged. Thousands.
Wings buzzed acid mist. Sarek fired suppressors. Flank! No! Eli clamped forward. Tape unrolled. Nitrogen wide. Mist overload. Quell tossed vials. Swarm dove. Hit clamps. Froze mid-thrash. Eli pried queen sack. Inspected. Core neutralized. Seal it. They emerged. Station secure. Again. Kethra exhaled. Sharp. Ellie. Full technician slot. Hazard wing lead. Yours. Crew murmured. Quell nodded fast. Sarek's tail flicked approval. Eli tilted his head. Slot accepted. One condition. Kethra blinked. Name it. Hazard training. Whole crew. Field protocols. Containment drills. Human methods integrated. No opt-out. Rune chuckled low. Bold. Kethra hesitated. Crest rose slow. Agreed. Station needs it. Sarek grunted. Hunters train hardest. Kel packed his notes. I follow. Rune stood. Hearing closed. Protocols rewrite. Starts now. Eli's list core. Human lead on all breaches. No medals flashed. No cheers erupted. Pad synced. Orders flowed. Eli shouldered his toolkit. Walked out. Prybar balanced perfect. Kethra fell in step. Ward, first drill tomorrow? Prep kits tonight. Eli checked calm. New ping flickered. Faint. Deeper vents. Sarek matched pace. I yield front. Kale hurried behind. Samples ready. Rune's voice crackled over station-wide. All hands. Protocol 47, human. Effective immediate. Hazard Tech Ward coordinates. Crew decks hummed. Eyes turned as Eli passed. Whispers rose. Space Orc. Never mock. Eli smiled faint. Mask clipped belt. Next duct waited. But in the core vents, chitter sharpened. Queen echoes. Adapting faster. Eli tapped prybar. Shifts young. They moved. Human front. Predators close. Station bent to him. Rune watched from command. Pad updated. Not a hero. Protocol. Eli dropped toolkit at the access hatch. Torch ignited. Isolate here. Kethra punched seals. Done. Zarek scanned. Signatures multiplying. Standard. Eli cut in. Bait deployed. Swarm hit. Clamps snapped. Nitrogen bloomed. Thrash froze. Cal sampled. Evolving acid resistance.
Eli nodded. Upgrade list covers.
Next batch. Crew synced. Drills live now. Station protocols rewrote around one calm human. Threats pinged. He answered. Deeper chitter grew. Smarter queen. Eli's torch swung steady. Sarek gripped rifle tighter. Lead on, apex adjacent. Eli dropped in. Pry bar ready. Calm eternal. Runes calm lit. Ward contained third breach. Crew intact. Kethra synced upgrades. His list saves us. Kel analyzed. Human fieldcraft. Flawless. Sarek logged. Feared. Eli emerged. Toolkit shut. Logs clean. Shift ended. But vents whispered new. He walked to quarters. Crew nodded deep. Respect edged fear. No medal pinned. Protocol named him. Station hummed. Human proofed. Eli's bunk cycled air. He unpacked sealant rolls. Comm buzzed. Rune. Chief. Debrief. Log sent. Eli taped a spare clamp. Upgrades rolling. Affirm. Your slot permanent. Eli clicked off. Prybar cleaned. Field sharp. Kethra's message pinged. Drill schedule. Your call. 0600. Full crew. Sarek added. Hunters ready. Quell. Samples yield data. Your method's key. Eli leaned back. Station secure. For now. Core vents thrummed faint. Chitter evolved. He smiled. Toolkit open. Next ping came. Station protocols. Built on him. Predators trained under him. Humans adapted. Always. Rune convened night watch. Protocol test. Mock breach. Eli fronted. Ducts. 9C. Swarm sim. Crew dropped in. Clamps flew. Nitrogen locked. Kethra clamped flawless. Your tape holds. Sarek baited perfect. Avoidance trained out. Quell purged clean. Data gold. Rune timed. 2 minutes. Live standard beaten. Li packed up. Real ones faster. Crew dispersed. Eyes lingered. Chief Ward. No fear now. Just yield. But dawn. Ping hit. Real. Core queen breached. Eli masked. On it. They followed. Human front. Prybar swung. Station bent. Threats met competence. Protocols proved. Eli dropped. Torch cut. Swarm waited. Calm eternal. Apex yielded.